always say your prayers. Why you keep stealing my shit? So, here getting my nails done, guys, and I think I'm gonna opt for this one, the pointer finger one, and instead of that little white flower pineapple looking thing, I think I'm gonna get a black. Oh God, help me, spider! I think that'd be really cute, a spider. Or pumpkin or something. I don't know, but we'll see. But this is the one I'm looking at so far. Right here. But yeah, those are just some of the nail art design over there. They have a ton more, but it's really loud in here, so I couldn't show you guys it all. But anyways, that's just it so far. So this is the finished product. I'm in my car holding my hand, really awkward. But it's a Halloween house and a spider. I faced my fears, guys, and got a spider. Let's see, where is it? Okay, there we go. The thumb is just that, and then this. So that's Halloween theme I got for my nails. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, everyone. Tonight on the menu we have, you guys voted and you wanted whatever was in my kitchen. So I made spaghetti for my family, and so they just had regular spaghetti, but I put jumbo ass shrimp on here. And I don't know, try and lift it, show you guys. Look at that. Oh, this is hot. Whew. Shrimp, cheesy shrimp spaghetti. There's so much cheese in here as well. Whew. That's hot. Too hot to touch. Okay. And then I have a delicious salad here with cherry tomatoes. And that's basically it. And the little sunflower seeds on top. And agua to drink. So, yes. And I'm going to put some Parmesan cheese on here. Yes. And if you guys think that shrimp is delicious with cocktail sauce, you should try it with spaghetti sauce. Fabulous. And excuse my hair. I just threw it up really fast. I don't even know what it looks like. I didn't even look at it. But it's just one of those days. And yeah, so, okay. We're ready. Okay, thank you, Father, for this food. Bless this food and sanctify it by your word. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. And always say your prayers. And don't you be skipping through my prayer. I see you. Lord's watching you. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I'm just kidding. You guys can skip through whatever you want. You're in control of this video, not me. Okay. And story time, Miss C part 2. Look at that steam, boys. And there's a jumbo ass shrimp on there. Fabulous. And this was literally what was in my kitchen. So, whew. Oh my God, that's a huge bite. Yeah, and I'm gonna be eating my lipstick, but you know how it goes. See? There's bell pepper in here and onion. This shrimp is so good. It's very sweet. They had regular spaghetti, but my family did. But I'm like, you know what? No. I have some shrimp in the freezer. I'm going to put it on there. It's beyond good. Before I get into the story, you guys, I have a couple of things I want to say. I hope everybody is having a fabulous weekend. Happy Saturday. I love life water. It's so good. All right. My niece has been in the hospital. She's 21 years old. She's married. So cute. So sweet. And she's been in the hospital for the past 3 days because she just had her first baby. And she was in the hospital for 3 days in labor. That's another reason why I've been not uploaded in a week as well. She finally had her baby today, the 3rd day, by C-section. Bless her heart. Beautiful, healthy baby boy. Congratulations to my niece, Kyra, and your beautiful little family. It's hot. They put her in the hospital to induce her because she was 2 weeks away from her due date. But she went in and she was having, Braxton Hicks. So she wasn't feeling good. And so she went in just to get a checkup. Well, thank God she did because her blood pressure was really high. So they said, oh no, we're just going to induce you. So yeah. And then 3 days they had her on Pitocin drip and it was doing nothing. Her cervix got to 5 and that was it. It wouldn't go anymore. So they had to do a cesarean. Oh, that's really hot. I just got this out of oven. Okay. And so yeah, past 3 days, the whole family has just been like on pins and needles waiting for her to pop that baby out. Yeah. She couldn't do it. She tried. See the shrimp? Fabulous. That's my dog. Trying to get under the door. And I have my mirror here in case I have something food-wise on my face that I can't see. Not to check my makeup because I don't give a crap. Hot. I have things written down right here so I don't forget. Okay. A lot of you have been asking this, and I'm going to answer this question before I start my story time. Why do you call your uncle Big Daddy? Some people, I guess, are creeped out by it or think it's something sexual. I don't know. But I'm going to explain it to you right now. Okay, you guys know how he worked in the Hollywood film industry, right? Mm-hmm. Well, back then, me and my brothers were little kids, and he was making huge buku bucks. Like, he was very rich, well off. So he worked doctor hours because that's how it is on the Hollywood set. And the little time that he did have off, he came and picked up me and my brothers and took us to the mall and literally said, go get whatever you want. And he whipped out his plastic credit card. It was like one of those scenes out of Pretty Woman. You know, he's like, go get whatever you want. That's what he would do to us because he was very, very well off. So back then, you guys remember that movie Little Annie, Little Orphan Annie? Daddy Warbucks. So I started calling my uncle Daddy Warbucks because I loved that movie as a kid. I always watched it, and my uncle reminded me so much of him. So me and my brother started calling him Daddy Warbucks. And then as we got older, we were like calling him that, you know. So my brothers changed his name from Daddy Warbucks to Big Daddy because he was a baller. He was a roller, you know. He was making it rain, you know what I mean? So that's why it went from Daddy Warbucks when we were kids to Big Daddy because he was, you know, he was pimping his thing. Not literally a pimp, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so it all stemmed from him making big time money, being very wealthy. So that's why we call my uncle Big Daddy, or Biggs, or Uncle Biggs, or Uncle Biggie, whatever. And plus, he's a large dude. He's gonna be pissed when he sees this. Oh my god. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's nothing sexual or anything like that. I'm like, that's weird. Come on now. So I hope that explains it to you now. And also people have been asking me what color of lipstick do I use, and it is right here. It's by MAC and it's called Red Rock. Yes. So that's the color lipstick I wear. But it doesn't stay on. It's very pretty though. It'll stay on the whole night, but not when you're eating. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for now. Yes. Oh, there's a couple. Hold on. Oh yeah. I know you guys are getting sick of this plain ass, boring ass background, and I'm gonna change that. I'm sorry, you guys. You know, it's not easy. Working a channel with a big family, it's not easy. There's so much cheese down here too. If you guys don't know who Miss C is, you have no idea what I'm talking about. You must go watch the first video I talk about her. This is the second one. I started working with her on a Monday, okay? And yeah, that was my first day working with her, was a Monday. So Tuesday, I returned. I remember the first day I worked with her, I left. I was like, okay, bye, love you. And I said, I'll see you tomorrow. And she goes, well, I hope not. Remember that? Yeah. So Tuesday came and I was like, oh God. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know, like, you know, oh my God. I was like praying in the car. Lord help me. But I show up there, I ring the doorbell. Okay. I will link the video of my first story time about her so you guys can click on it and watch it. Then you'll understand this video more. But, she answers the door, and remember how I told you it was like this big, huge black screen, right? Like you couldn't really see past the black screen. It was just like a silhouette. See, I think I already have food on my face. You know. So she opens the door and I'm like, oh God, she's going to scream at me. She's going to yell at me. I told you not to come back. So I took a deep breath and I was just waiting and I was just watching. So she opened the door and she saw me. And then she opened the screen door. And she held it open for me and I walked in. I said, hi, Mrs. C, how are you this morning? I hope you've had a good morning. I'm here to take care of you again. And I said, how did you sleep last night? And she was just looking at me. She was like on the side of me and she was just looking at me. And then she looks up and down at me and she goes, I must admit, you are the nicest person that your company has sent over here by far. Whoa. Thank you, Jesus. She gave me a compliment. I was like, yes, it's going to be a good day. So excited. I said, Miss C, you don't even know how much that means to me. I really, really appreciate that. And then she just looks at me and she starts glaring at me and she like turns off and like walks towards the kitchen, you know. I was like, oh God, maybe I should just shut up. So I follow her in the kitchen And she goes straight out to the patio to her bench and she sits. So I go get the logbook. And let me try some of this salad. I go log in and I start doing my thing with the paperwork, you know, putting my bag down, my purse down. And I'm looking up at her, you know, as I'm filling the stuff in, and she's just sitting out there. So then I'm done with that, and then I go out there and I go open the back porch, you know. She didn't even look at me, and I just sat across. You know, there was 2 chairs there. I sat. So I sat down. You know those salad toppings they get at the store? That's what I put on top. Really good. Some Parmesan cheese on this too. Okay, so we're just sitting there, and 30 minutes goes by. She wouldn't look at me the whole time. She, you know, we're just sitting there. So I said, "Excuse me, Missy, I'm gonna go use your bathroom." So I get up and I walk towards the door to open it, the back screen porch, to go pee, right? And as soon as I opened it, she was literally right there behind me, and she put her hand on the screen door to shut it. I said, "Oh my God, you scared me." I said, "Oh God." And, you know, she did. She's scared. I don't know how she got up so fast. But I was like, okay. And then she's like, you know, 2 inches from my face. And she goes, "The last time you used my," oh, what did she call it? She called it, she goes, "John." She called the bathroom a John. She goes, "The last time you used my John, you didn't put the toilet seat back down like I told you to." I said, "I am so sorry. I realized that when I left. I don't know, it just somehow popped in my head, and I'm really sorry about that." I said, I will do it this time. I give you my word." So I go in, and she's following me. Like, I know she ain't gonna follow me into that bathroom. That shit ain't happening. I draw a line there, Missy. So she follows me, and I'm walking, and I'm like, I go to the bathroom, I walk in, and I shut the door. She didn't follow me, she just stood there. I was like, she's gonna listen to me pee? So I sat down, I peed, and then got up, put the toilet seat back down. She doesn't mean, sorry, not the toilet seat, the lid, the toilet lid. Put it back down, you know, where you couldn't see the water. So I'm washing my hands, and I hear her still standing out there. And I open the door, and she's right there. And as soon as I open the door, she looks past me at the toilet to see if the toilet lid was down. I said, I put it down for you, Missy. It's down. And I smiled at her. And she's glaring at me. Like this. And then, with something in my teeth. I walk past her, and I'm like, I thought she was going to be nice to me today, but no, she's not. I go and I act like I'm getting something out of my bag, right? Because I don't know where she's going, and I have to follow her. And so I didn't know if she was going to go to some other direction in the house or back out to the porch. So I'm acting like I'm digging in my bag for something. And I'm like, watching to see where she's going to go. It's so delicious. And she walks right past me and she goes back to the back patio and sits down. I'm like, okay. So then I go back out there. Whew. It's hot. Whew. Sit back down with her. Then another 30 minutes goes by. Nothing, no word, no nothing. But I managed to bring my magazine out with me because I knew it was going to be another I'm not talking to you kind of thing. So she sits down and I sit down and I start reading my magazine. Fabulous. You guys can't really see. Whew, still hot. Okay. So 30 minutes goes by and I'm looking at my magazine and then she gets up again. And she didn't look at me. She just walked right past me. And I'm like, what is she doing? Where is she going? She opens the screen. She won't say anything to me and she walks past me. I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay. So I keep reading my magazine. Like maybe she has to go to the bathroom now. Or I don't know. I'm out there for about another 15 minutes. She doesn't come back. I don't know where she's at. So I shut my magazine, lay it next to me, and I get up to go see where she's at. Like, you know, I have to make sure what she's doing. I go in the kitchen. She's not there. Sorry, I'm maybe talking with my mouth full. Really hard to talk and tell a story. And eat. I go into the kitchen. She's not there. Nowhere to be found. I look in the bathroom I just came out of. Not there. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, where? Let me stir this up for you guys. Where is she? I've never been to like the back portion of her house, so I didn't know where she was, but I had to go find her and make sure she's okay. So I start walking towards the back portion of her house, and I'm like looking, you know, in her living room, her dining room. I walk down the hall, and I'm like, oh God, what? It was 4 or 5 bedroom. I can't remember. But I opened the first bedroom. They were all cracked open, like the doors. So I opened the first bedroom. She wasn't in there. Opened the second bedroom. She wasn't in there. The third, she wasn't in there. Finally, the fourth, in the like really back of the house, it had double doors. I was like, this must be the master bedroom, and this must be where she's at, in her room. I slowly, like, the double doors were both cracked open, like that much. So I slowly pushed them open, and I'm like, she's in here. Does she have a gun or a knife? What's she gonna do to me? So I'm pushing them open. And I instantly see this beautiful 4-poster, humongous, like king size bed. Gorgeous. And she's laying there on the left side of the bed with her knees up, her arms crossed. And I'm like, okay, she's sleeping. Wow. But then I was like, I have to make sure she's sleeping. You know, she's 89 years old. So I walked over there, tiptoed over there because I didn't want to wake her up. You know, oh God, please stay asleep. I walk over there and I, like, you know, lean over just enough to see her stomach and her chest to see if she was breathing. And she was breathing. I was like, okay, good. Thank you, Jesus. I turn around, I'm tiptoeing out, and the next thing I hear is, well, knowing you have 6 kids, I guess you're used to sneaking into bedrooms, aren't you? What? Oh, no, she didn't. I turn around and I said, oh, you're funny. I said, oh, really? I said, no, I just was going to check on you to make sure you're okay and where you're at. Because you didn't tell me you're going to go lay down. You need to tell me when, you know, you're going to go somewhere or do something. And she's just glaring at me. And I'm seriously laughing in my head. I am. I'm trying not to laugh out loud because of what she just said to me. How rude! Oh my God. She didn't forget I had 6 kids. Apparently not. No, she didn't. So I said, okay, I'll let you get back to your nap. I said, if you need me, I'm out here. She goes, just shut the door. And I was like, you know, I was like still talking. I was like, okay. I turn around and shut the doors. I walk down the hall to the kitchen and I get on my phone and I'm texting my mom. I'm saying, Mother, do you know what she just said to me? You know, I would text her when she would say outrageous things to me. And she's like, oh my God, what now? So I told her and she was cracking up laughing. I'm like, it's not funny. No, it was pretty funny. Ah! The salad is so good with the spaghetti. So I said, okay, Mom, I'll call you when I get off. She's like, okay. This is through text. An hour goes by, a whole hour. I'm texting. I'm looking up social media, reading my magazines. A whole hour goes by. I want to go check on her again, but gosh, she got pissed. So I'm like, yeah, I think she can be okay. Then the doorbell rings and I'm like, what the? So I get up and I'm like, who the hell is at the door? Like I got a little nervous, like what? And walk over to the door. I answer the door. Through the black screen, you know, you couldn't see, just a silhouette. So this woman was standing there. And I said, yes, can I help you? And she goes, hello, I'm so-and-so. I'm Miss C's mother-in-law. Missy's son that passed away. That was his wife. I said, oh, hello, Miss So-and-so. And she goes, yeah, the reason why I rang the doorbell was because this gate screen is double padded, locked. I said, oh, yeah, she does that. And she goes, yeah, I know. She goes, I have a key to the house, but I can't get in when she does that. So I unlocked it for her and let her in. And she goes, I said, hi, I'm Kristen. Nice to meet you. I said, she's napping right now. And she goes, oh, okay. So she walks in. We both go into the kitchen. And she sits down at the island, and I sit down with her. And she goes, so how long have you been working here with her? I said, actually, this is my second day. And she goes, oh, no wonder. So she started telling me about her, a little more. And she's like, I called your company on the way over here, and your boss informed me that they were going to let you know what's going to happen tomorrow with her every Wednesday. Excuse me. I said, oh, okay. And she goes, but I just told him I was on my way over there anyways, so I will talk to you and let you know about it. I was like, okay. So she goes, every Wednesday she has a hair appointment downtown. So whoever is taking care of her that day needs to go with her to her hair appointment. I said, okay. So she's explained that to me. Big bell pepper. Big shrimp. And she goes, has she been mean to you? I said, yeah, a little, And she goes, I'm sorry. I keep banging my, it's so annoying. She said, I'm sorry about that. It's really difficult. This is actually the third company we have gone through to get somebody to take care of my mother-in-law, because nobody will take care of her. Nobody will work with her because she's just so mean. I was like, are you serious? She goes, yeah. She goes, we get let go by companies because she is abusive to the caregivers, and she's just nasty. And she's like, I'm literally the only person in her life that can take care of her. Oh, and she goes, and I work so much, so I can't do it. So that's why I hired your guys' company. I said, oh, okay. So we're just talking, and so I'm getting to know a little bit more about her. You know what I mean? She goes, well, okay. Well, I guess that's it. I just want to come by and check on things and see how it was going and let you know about tomorrow that she's got a hair appointment and she has to be there at this time and this place and blah, blah, blah. So I said, okay, I got it. She's like, I won't take up any more of your time. She was about to get up, and all of a sudden, Miss C is like coming down the hall. I whisper towards, her daughter-in-law, and I'm like, is she mean to you too? Like she is to the caregivers? And she goes, oh yeah. She's mean like that to her entire family. I was like, okay. So then here she comes around the corner. And she glares at her mother-in-law like she glares at me all the time. And she's just like, what are you doing here? Oh my God. She stands up. She goes, oh, well, I just wanted to come check on you and talk to Kristen and tell her you have a hair appointment tomorrow, so don't forget. And then she goes, okay, well, we'll see you. And then, she just leaves. And I'm like, don't leave me with her. I'm just kidding. I felt like Tom Hanks in the movie, what was it? Wilson, come back. Oh my God. So she's standing there at the island, just staring at me. She's like, did you call her over here? I said, no, I did not. I said, she just showed up. I said, I've never met her before. I didn't even know you had a mother-in-law. So then she like just turns around and like goes towards the outside back patio again. I follow her. I sit back out there with her. And then I said, how was your nap? I said, did you sleep good? She looks at me and she goes, how was my nap? Did I sleep good? Does it look like I sleep? How do you think a woman of my age sleeps? Are you being sarcastic? Are you being hateful or rude? I don't sleep. I don't ever sleep. I just kind of shunned her like body away from me. Like turned, the other direction. I said, oh, I'm sorry about that. I said, I don't sleep either. So I understand. God, it's like everything I asked her, she was just like, she went off on me, took offense to it. Okay, then I noticed I happened to look down at my phone, and thank God it was coming around lunchtime. So before I was going to, make her lunch or try to, offer to, I said, the toilet seat thing was like lingering in my head, in my mind. I'm like, what the? I'm getting, you know what? I'm going to ask her. I'm going to straight up ask her. She might attack me. She might go off on me, but I'm going to ask her. And so I said, Miss C, can I ask you a question? And this time she looked at me and she goes, what? She always had that little, like, I'm not, like just snotty attitude when she would talk to me. What? I said, how come you prefer the toilet seat to be down? Not a seat lid. I keep saying seat. Then, I was looking for my fork. She goes, are you blind? She goes, do you not notice anything around you? And I was like, what? I'm thinking, there's no men here. Like, what the hell? There's no small babies that can fall in the toilet and drown. I'm like thinking of like, what am I missing? So I'm looking around me and I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. And she goes, oh, that was my stomach growling. She said, I used to have a cat. Don't you see the cat food trays? Don't you see the cat pad scratcher, little gym cat thingy? Don't you see the cat toys and the cat food? And I look over and then I finally noticed it. I didn't notice it. And I was like, oh, what the fuck does that have to do with the toilet lid? I was thinking this. And I said, so you demand that your toilet lid be closed because your cat? She goes, yes, I didn't want my cat jumping in the toilet and drowning. So when my husband was still alive and my cat was still alive, because her cat died too, It was a rule in this house. Whoever came over or whatever they would have to leave the toilet lid down. I said, oh, okay. And I'm thinking, first of all, cats fucking hate water. There's no way a cat's gonna drown in a toilet. Sorry, but okay. Hey, to each their own. So then I said, okay. I get up and I go, well, it's 11:30 now. It's lunchtime. I'm going to go in there and make you some lunch. She's just looking at me. My stomach is growling so bad. I apologize if you can hear it. She just looked at me and I said, I think I know what you like. I saw what you ate yesterday, so I'm going to go make that for you. You don't have to get up. I start going in the house. And just as I'm opening her fridge, because she kept her bread in the fridge, and it was Sara Lee honey wheat bread or something like that. I know this is a scene out of a movie, but this is literally what happened. I open the fridge, this way, and the fridge is like right here. So I'm reaching in, I'm grabbing the bread, and as I pull the bread out and I shut the fridge door, there she is standing right there. And I jumped again. I'm like, oh my God, you scared me. I said, you have to quit doing that to me. And I started like chuckling, like laughing. And do you guys want to know? Okay, this is what she looks like. Every time I go to do a video, I can't remember shit. I don't know what the problem is. I have like video amnesia or something. It's so annoying. That movie, this is what Miss C looks like. You guys want a mental picture. You guys know the movie where I can't remember the name of the movie. It's so irritating right now. I can't remember shit when I film. The movie where the two kids go to visit their grandparents. And it turns out not to be their grandparents. It wasn't their biological grandparents, but the mother sent them off anyways. And then that granny was a psychopath, and so was the grandfather. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that lady in that movie. I'll try and like title something in this video or get a picture or something. But that's exactly what she looked like. I'm not even kidding you. That's how tiny she was, and that's exactly what she looked like. Actually, I think she might be a little tinier than that woman. The Visit, I think it's called. I'm pretty sure it's The Visit. Oh my God. That's what she looked like, guys. Pull that movie up if you don't know. Okay, so I slammed the fridge door and there she is, and it scared me and I jumped and everything. And she yanks the bread from me, like yanks it. Like a toddler at daycare with another toddler. I'm not kidding you. And snatches it out of my hand and she goes, I told you I'm very well capable of making my own lunch. Now go sit down. I'm like, dismissed. I said, okay. So went and sat down. She was making her lunch. I'm sitting there at the island. Pretend to read my magazine. But I'm scared. She's going to stab me with a freaking knife or something, or a fork. So I'm like this, but I'm kind of looking up at her, you know, at the same time. Pretend to read my magazine. So, you know how tiny those Sara Lee bread slices are? They're not big at all. And especially when you cut it in half, they're really tiny. So the sandwiches were like, about like, maybe like that. And just tiny little sandwiches. And she put one piece of bologna, Swiss cheese, one slice of Swiss cheese. And that was it, mayonnaise. That was her sandwich. Then, you know, those Ruffle cheesy Ruffle chips, about 4 or 5. And then half of a macadamia nut Pepperidge Farm white chocolate cookie. Every single day for 4 months. This is what this woman ate once a day. Except her hair appointment days. And I'll get to that. But, oh God. That's for another story time. The next one coming up. Because, yeah. But, okay. She's standing there and she did not have Parkinson's disease because she's been checked several times and the doctor said no, she does not. She had what was called tremor syndrome. And so her hands would just shake really, really bad. So she was trying to get the butter knife into the, trying to put the butter knife in the mayonnaise, right? And she couldn't do it because her hands were shaking so bad. They were like this. So like the butter knife was going out. This side, this side, this side, this side of the mayonnaise jar. She was trying to get it in, but she couldn't. She was shaking too bad. So I said, Miss C, let me please help you with that. I said, I can spread the mayonnaise for you. I am not making this shit up, you guys. This lady was something else. And she goes, no thanks. I see you're better at spreading something else. I'm like, that's it. Oh my God. That is it. I'm calling the cops. Oh my God. I'm calling animal control. Oh my God. I burst up laughing when she said that. No thanks. I know I can see you're better at spreading something else. I started cracking up laughing and I said, that's funny, but that's really rude. I said, Miss C, you know what? I've kind of had it. This is my second day and why are you being so hateful and rude to me and putting me down and calling me names and yelling at me when I'm just here to help you? She wasn't saying anything and she was just still trying to get that mayonnaise knife in the hole. And like I'm getting real deep, right? And before I take this Viagra. And I'm like, I can guarantee you, caregivers, they make good money, but not enough money, especially not to deal with this. I said, so I'm not here just for a paycheck. I'm really here because I care about people. I care about you and I want to take care of you and I want to help you. I said, please let me make your lunch for you. Can you please start being kind and sweet to me? And can you please not put me down and call me names and shame me for my past? Of what you think it is, you know, just because I have 6 kids doesn't make me what you think I am. You know, she's basically calling me a whore, but whatever. So I was like really getting into it, right? And she wasn't saying anything, so she finally got the knife and the mayonnaise and she's spreading her mayonnaise on the bread and her demeanor changes. Like it changed from hateful, evil, like pissed off to like her demeanor on her face just changed. So I'm like, I'm really getting to her. Thank you, Lord. You know, she's going to be nice to me. And, you know, I said a few more things I can't remember, but I was trying to be heartfelt with her. Then, after I got done saying what I needed to say, she looks up at me with a blank stare. Not a frown or nothing, just a blank stare. And she goes, and she's just staring at me. And then she goes, I don't care about your sob story. And then she what the fuck? I wanted to just work. I was in shock. Like, I was expecting her to be like, I'm sorry, I apologize, but I get in bad moods sometimes. You know, something like that. No. Or just a simple like, I'm sorry, you're right. No, she just goes, oh my God. That's it. Then she takes her plate and she like walks off and she goes to the back patio and I'm rolling. I'm laughing so hard. And I'm thinking, this bitch. Oh my God. You guys, I swear. Yeah, this lady was something else. Oh my God. I don't want to hear your sob story. She's out there eating her lunch. I text my mom. I said, you're not going to believe what she just did to me. Anyway, so I'm like, that's it. I'm not going out there. Screw it. I'm not going out there. I'm sick of her abuse. This is only the second day and I have 4 months. So I'm like, no, I'm going to sit here at the bar and just watch her through the window. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I didn't go out there. And she slowly ate her lunch. Like, she'd take the smallest little bite and chew it for like 5 minutes. And then another bite and chew it for 5 minutes. And it like took her an hour to eat this teeny tiny little portion of food. It was ridiculous. It was so, I'm like, how the hell? I could literally eat that in one bite. Like the whole plate. So then she's finally done with her lunch and it's like an hour later. And she comes in to bring her dishes in to wash them. That was her routine. And I'm just sitting there. I'm like, that's it. I'm not saying anything to her. That was it. She stuck her tongue out at me. I'm done with you. Done with you. I didn't even look at her. She walked in. I'm just reading my magazine. And then, you know, this time I was really reading it because I was pissed. Like, I just poured out my heart to you and you spit at me. You stuck your tongue out at me. That's where I draw the line. So she started washing her dishes and her back's to me. And I'm like, and you guys, this lady, she was just as mean to her husband and her son. I was thinking maybe, you know, bless her heart, she's this mean because she's so upset and bitter. She lost her husband and her son. That would make anybody mean. Like, so that's what I was thinking, but I forgot to mention this. I asked her mother-in-law before she left. I said, did she turn this mean after the loss of your husband and her husband? And she said, no. She has been this mean for a few years now. And actually, the older she's getting, the meaner she's becoming. And even on her husband's deathbed, this is what her mother-in-law told me. Her husband was literally dying. And the son was in there. The husband passed before the son. So when the husband was literally on his deathbed, he said to his son, literally with his last breath, he said his name, so-and-so, come here. and grabbed his hand, and he said, "For as long as you shall live, please don't give up on your mother and always take care of her and have patience with her." He said, "I will, Father." And that was like his last words, and he passed. He died. Because she was that mean even to them. So it had nothing to do with her husband and son passing. That is what made her this mean. No one knows. Nobody knows. Doctors said she's very healthy, mentally, physically. And she was becoming this mean before her family even passed. So, she's just a bitch. Straight up. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I'm sitting like this, like on her little bench to her island. My legs are crossed. And I don't even have like... Well, I'm gonna pretend this is my magazine. I'm like this, with my legs are crossed, and I'm just like, just kind of look at my face like, whatever, I'm not talking to you anymore. And I'm just like this, and I'm like sitting back in the chair, She turns around, and she's staring at me. I could see her, from, excuse me, not peripheral, but... what do you call that? Upper vision? I don't know what it's called. But I'm standing there, I'm just like this, and I can see her. And she's literally standing there for probably about 15 seconds before I finally like lower the magazine and I look at her. I said, "Is there something I can help you with, Miss C?" And she goes, "Look at you, sitting over there like a supermodel. Your pretty hair, your pretty makeup, your pretty nails. Sitting over there like you don't have a care in the world." She goes, "Wow, must be nice to be you." And then she goes, she didn't have long hair. She had short hair, really short hair. But she was acting like she was flipping it. And then she just like flipped her head and she rolled her eyes at me and she walked off. I'm like, was that a compliment? Fuck no, it wasn't. Okay, let it go. Oh my God. So she goes back out there and then she starts doing her laps around the pool. Yeah. I'm just like, all right. I'm a little concerned about her jogging around the pool. She's 89 years old. And so I walk out there, even though she's so hateful to me. And I walk out there and I said, "Miss C, I need to ask you a question." As she's running by me, I'm looking out, jogging by me. I said, "I need to ask you a question." I said, "Can you swim?" She stopped dead in her tracks of her jog. And she comes charging at me. Not charging, not jogging towards me, but like walking fast. And I'm like, oh dear God. I'm like, okay, lady. I have my magazine in my hand still. I'm like, I will slap you with it. I said, try something on me. No. But she comes up to me and gets in my face again and she goes, "I'm the wife of a general. And do you see this pool? And you're asking me if I could swim? What do you think our gatherings and our parties consisted of? Obviously, yeah, you guys were right. It's called a decanter." She goes, "You see the decanter in there is almost empty because our guests love to drink and they also love to swim. And I always swim with my guests. I know how to swim better than you do." And she turns around and she continues jogging. okay, fine. Fine. You fall in that pool, that's it. You can get your ass out by yourself. Because I was concerned she's going to fall in and drown. I didn't know. So I turned back around, went back in the house, sat down at the island, and, got on my phone. I'm like, all right. Looked up at her every now and then as she was continuing her laps. Look at that bell pepper. So good. Mmm. Well. After her laps, she does her aerobics. You guys know how she does her aerobics. I already showed you. I'm like looking at this woman and I'm like, I'm never eating again. And she, like, I'm like, that's it. I'm going home and I'm going to start running. I'm like, I just felt so lazy and just gross. You know what I mean? Because she's super teeny tiny. And she's like exercising and I'm just sitting there. And I just felt like, oh God, she's making me feel gross. Like I need to do something. But, I couldn't. I just had to sit there. Anyways, after her laps and her cardio, whatever you want to call it, she lays down on the bench and falls asleep. So good. And that's where she stayed sleeping on that bench till my shift was over. Thank God. So, and then after that, 3:30 came around, not 3:30, 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock was coming. It was like 5 till or something like that. So I got up and I walked over to her. I opened the screen door and I was like, if I wake her up, she's probably gonna charge me and she's gonna attack me. But I have to wake her up and tell her I'm leaving. So I was like, how do I do this? Do I whisper to her? I don't want to scare her. Do I just say her name? Do I touch her? If I touch her, it's probably gonna scare her. So, excuse me. I walk up to her and I'm like, she probably already knows I'm like out here. She heard me come in her room and what she said to me. So I said, Missy, like really, I didn't want to touch her because I knew I was going to scare her. So I like whispered her name, Missy, Missy. I think I said it 3 times and then she finally goes, what? And I said, I just want to let you know my shift's over and I'm leaving now. And she goes, good, you can see yourself out. I'm like, okay, can I do anything for you before I leave? No, you can just leave. Okay. Turn around. I said, okay. As I was opening the screen door to the back, porch to go in the house, I said, I'll be here in the morning to take you to your hair appointment. She's just looking at me. She didn't say anything. She didn't say this time, don't come back, or I hope not. She just glared at me. I said, do you want to come lock the door? So you'll be safe while I'm gone? And she goes, after you leave, I will get up and lock the door. I said, okay. I said, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. You guys, every day for 4 months, no matter what she said to me, what she did to me, how she treated me, I literally told this woman I loved her every single day of the end of my shift. I did. I don't know if she didn't give two shits about it, or maybe deep down inside it really made her feel good. Maybe she was just so lonely. She became very bitter. I don't know. But yeah, I did every single day, 4 months. I never missed a second when I was leaving to say, okay, I love you. And then, so my shift was over and I left. Yeah. Wait till you hear about the hair appointment story. Oh my God. All right, this video is over, an hour long, and I'm full. I can't do no more, guys. But that's how much I ate. I did really, really good. Really good, like I'm a little kid that needs to eat. That's my salad. Okay. This is going up for leftovers, you guys. It shan't be wasted. Oh, and I got my nails done. See, I don't know, can you guys see that? Probably not. This Diva light is probably, but that's a spider. I went out of my comfort zone and I put a little spider on my nail, and that's a haunted house. Just in time for the holidays. Okay. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this delicious food. It was fantastic. Really good. And try shrimp spaghetti. I promise you. It's way better than cocktail sauce with shrimp. Paso. All right. I think that's it for everything. Stay safe, blessed wherever you're at in the world. I love you guys. I will see you all on the next video. Okay, love you guys. Bye. I'm really full. My God. That did not just happen. I was trying to show you guys the leftover food. Oh my God, like my whole equipment just